Hello everybody, this is Ultimate Game Spark and I'm here to review of the Naruto episode 367, Hashirama Shinji and Madara Uchiha. Okay, this is going to be dealing with when they first met as kids all the way until they face each other inside the war that we at right now. That Hashirama and Madara is clearly don't know each other except for the first names. They don't want to tell each other the last names. It's kind of like awkward at times that they have been a war from each other, but they haven't know that except for their adults or fathers and brothers or so on and so forth from both of them. That both of them had backstories of when can we have peace, when can we have no war, you know. Let's go to Ichiwaku's ramen, have a couple of bowls of ramen, talk about our day, start drinking and loving each other. No homo. But yeah, they was pretty much was little kids. They don't like war and peace, but it's like sort of a plot twist between them two. That Madara want to have peace, but in some way that he's going to have hatred on the inside and out, that people that he sort of trusts. And Hashirama, he wants nothing but peace. And no wars, no ninja dying, no families dropping, and, you know, no peace, no war or anything like that. And after they met each other, they was testing each other's skills to see which one was the strongest. And they had a fun time. They was throwing skipping rocks and it was cool stuff like that. But Hashirama, well, known as the first Hokage, was kind of curious of like what was his last name, and he kind of had a suspicion that he might be an Uchiha. Well, there could be a lot of things you probably know if he's an Uchiha. That if he had like one of those Uchiha crisps right on their backs, that everybody knows their own clan if they have one of those things on the shoulder pads, the backs, but they wasn't wearing no clothes or armor and stuff like that, and so on. So after Hashirama went home, that his dad wanted him to like somehow assign him to a mission that he wants to find some intel on his friend that they've been hanging out, chilling right next to the river. That they want some intel on him. How he know that his brother, the second Hokage, was spying on him was, I think he was spying on him because of his dad was like sickly suspicion of Hashirama was trying to find out where he's been going all the time and where has he been for like daily events. That he sent his brother to see what he was doing. He was hanging out with a kid that's known as Madara, that's part of the Uchiha clan that they hated for the rest of their life for wars, families dying, people's dying against the clans versus clans. I don't know. It's like kind of crazy in the plot. Then Hashirama, I think he was going out on a mission with his brothers, siblings, and the Uchiha clan found his brother, somehow killed him. I don't know. It might be a few slashes to the chest or maybe to the face. I don't know what happened. Hashirama got there too late. He did, and he started crying. Then, like, he wished he could have been there to protect him. That's like, you know, family love. You want to protect somebody that you really love, you should automatically protect that person no matter what the cost is. But after he got back, he was sad. He didn't want to tell Madara because he was part of the Uchiha clan, even though he didn't know that, but he was kind of suspicious that he was at first. But at the same time, it was, well, kind of awkward to tell him that he might either get mad or he might not get mad. So that instead of Madara, he wanted to cheer him up by having a challenge, like let's have a rock climbing challenge. And Hashirama, that he wants to do a jutsu that both of them can do, that is either genjutsu or taijutsu, but he made like a crazy combination. We don't know like what that jutsu might be, but it could have been awesome. But they was climbing rocks and see who can win. The Hashirama won first, all because he was pretending that he was a downer. And Madara's like multi-challenge, that he likes a lot of challenges to prove himself that he's better than anybody else. That it might be true, it might not be true, but who knows. But after they finished climbing, that Hashirama wants to have a settlement right here on top of the rock where the Hidden Leaf Village with the statues of the Hokage faces, that he wants to have like a settlement with assigning missions to the superiors, to the subordinates, and the commissions to have like a lot of courage, a lot of intelligence to do a mission and complete them without having like no violence or no war whatsoever. And Madara, he wants to have like protect his brother at this, with no matter what the cost, and so does Hashirama with his only brother. Both of them have one brothers. That Madara say he used to have 5, but he only have 1 left, a part of his life. And so does Hashirama. Then after they make that settlement, then they went home, and I told you about that he wanted to go on his Hashirama's dad wanted him to go on a mission to see can he get intel off of that person, of Madara, so they can somehow secretly attack him. But so that's all for the review of Naruto Shippuden episode 367. This is Hashirama and Madara when they first got to meet each other and got all the way to the war. Thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe and share this video to your friends and family, and send me some feedback if I miss anything, and put any comments down below if you want to think about this video. I'm Ultimate Game Spark. I'm signing out. Peace, ninjas. Bye.